Hello, my Legacy League group members and community. It's Valerie here, of course. Hello. I just want to talk to you about the SBS Insight program on burnout that I watched, and there were quite a few Legacy League type individuals that were actually featured. Hey Justin, how you going? And one of the things that really struck me is how much these driven individuals were one part driven by the things that are very important to them, and also one part let down by a system or an environment that actually wasn't adapting to support what they needed. A lot of it had got to do with personal drive, people who are just overachievers, who get their sense of identity and worth from achieving, that just can't feel the bottom of the pit. Oh, hey, Fanny, how you going? Feel the bottom of the pit of limitations because the environment no longer provides us feedback. You can always connect, you can always send an email, you can always do that one more thing. Finished is a myth. Nothing ever really is finished. And so in this kind of a mirrorless context, people just keep going. Kind of like a hustle mentality with really no pause or stop button, right? And there's another thing that I wanted to also point out was that the build-up, therefore, of stress biologically in our bodies, many of the people on the SBS program had actually then developed physical illnesses, adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue syndrome, and a host of other things that I hadn't heard about. And so that's another thing that I think it's really important for us to know, is that our body is finite. Our body is finite. It is made to heal itself for the things that environmentally it comes into contact as part of a natural environment. But stress is a modern concoction, really, because stress from our natural environment doesn't include things like people pinging us or our blue light mobile phones going off and things like that. Our body can't adapt as fast as technology is adapted. That's a really important thing to remember. Science tells us that our body cannot adapt at the same rate technology is adapting. My kids are having exams this next 2 weeks, and they're feeling the pressure of it. And one part of it is because the way that their schools do exam is 100% aligned to what I think and what I have to admit. Every school holidays, the kids went on boot camp with me. When they were little, every school holidays I had to make them write, just handwriting all the time, write. So when they were little, they'd write stories. I got them to practice listening as well, just because of thinking of the way that the human brain works. And over the years, we do various things, but the exams that they're doing are 90-minute chunks where they have to handwrite, yeah? And I was listening to my kids talking in the kitchen. I can't get them to bed these days. They like to talk to one another late at night and make 2-minute noodles. It's precious, but I wish they would sleep. One of the things that, as I was listening in, because I was thinking, maybe they're going to talk about the stress of pressure of exams and things like that. But really what they were talking about was that this is the first time they actually have to do long exams, 90-minute type exams. And I said, is that on the computer? What are you meant to do? And they said, no, it's handwritten. And that was that. They didn't seem to think anything more of it because they had, handwriting is part and parcel of what they do. And that's a whole thing of the, students going through year 11, year 12, having to go to occupational therapists and things like that for handwriting. It's because our body can't actually really adapt as fast as technology can. And my concern for us is that we will lose touch with that part of us that is human, just our body. We will lose touch with the part of us that is human, that is physical, that is finite, that is a body. So I'm just putting it out there to the Legacy League to remind us, myself included, don't leave your body behind. Don't leave your body behind. We need it. We're in partnership. And if we are divorced from those needs, then we will be divorced from our resources to cope. just a little shout out to take care of yourself from a biological, physical point of view. Alright. I can't see any comments coming at me. If there are on the replay, I'll be sure to respond. See ya.